It's gone out. It's better. I need to upgrade my camera for sure. Here we go. Ready. Ready? The markets of that place are to the east, on the other side of Bayside Bevy. Now he's accompanying me. Okay. Where do I want to go? All the way over there. I'm not sure how I feel about this place just yet. It looks pretty cool, but we'll see if I get used to it. Bit of dialogue here. What do you got to say? Art teas, tacos. Discuss. If you're after the best tacos in Tulliola, this place sits at the top. You say that, third promise, but you only ever eat old Brock Evu's food. Come and buy mine for a change. Oh. Sorry, Tissol. Who's he talking to? Ah, Tissol Jar. It has been a while, hasn't it? I swear I'll stop for a bite once the contest is over. You swear it? I swear it on my mother. Is he doing a dance? Alright. I thought there was going to be more dialogue there. My bad. Oh, script exchange. Let's just have a look. What we got? Some cool crafter gatherer gear. Rupley. Let's do it. Rupley. Let's just see if that makes a difference. Not really. Let's turn that off. Okay, my, the third promise. How might I assist you this fine day? Well met, Ropley. I need to buff a nasty nick out of my axe blade. Repairing. Yes, it's been chipped quite terribly. Trying to cleave rocks again, were we? Something like that. Think you can fix it? Yo, you stand among Tyrell's most prestigious gathering of artisans and ask this question? 'Tis child's play. We'll have it repaired for you in 2 shakes of an alpaca's tail. Good to hear. I'll leave it in your capable hands. Who's your companion, if I may ask? This is Tommy, a great adventurer I recruited from across the salt. I brought him here to meet you, actually. Thought he might have reason to visit that place sooner or later. Then allow me to introduce myself. I am Ropley, humble representative of this grand centre of trade. A pleasure to meet you, Tommy. The pleasure is all mine. You there, stop dithering in the shadows and announce your business already. Who's that? I've seen that man somewhere before. Was it indeed? Oh, on the ship. My memory is so bad I cannot remember it. A jewellery maker you met on the voyage over. Oh, I remember. I spoke with him too. Fontaine? Yes, that was his name. You been loitering like a fighty admirer who can't pluck up the courage to confess his feelings. Out with it then. Why are you here? That is to say... nothing. Run away. Good on ya. And we're no closer to solving that enigma. I wonder if he could use someone to talk to. I say we go and ask. Let me know by link pearl if you find him first. We're gonna go find this bloke. It's a good thing I got a map. I betcha he's over here somewhere. Sights of the west. Got some people. Up here. Come on, it's a big area. Can I jump here? Yes, I can. Where are you? I wish I could get on my mount. There he is. You can't hide from me. You were conversing with Master Ropley, but wait, we've met before, haven't we, on the ship? You found him, good. I'll be right there. Why did you run off like that? Sorry. Excuse me. Why did you run off like that? Did you have business with Ropley or not? Please, you needn't concern yourself with my affairs. I am undeserving of such attention. Huh? What are you going on about? I beg of you, do not ask me to explain. Do not. Sorry, but the more you tell me not to, the more curious I become. Besides, you look like you need a friend. You are too kind. So be it. I suppose I can share with you a morsel of my misery. Before I came to Tulliola, I worked as a goldsmith at the most prestigious jewelry maker in all of Uldar, Eshtami's Aesthetics. Well, oh, it started off well enough, but as the days passed, everything began to go wrong. Compared to the masterpieces of my talented colleagues, my products were lacking. Mediocre. I lost all confidence. Crippling doubt had possessed me, and any veneer of bravado I tried to put forth soon cracked beneath its weight. Thus did I take ship, hoping to find a fresh beginning on new shores. Yet as you witnessed, I lacked the courage to even approach a potential employer. You stand before a man wallowing in the wreckage of his ill-spent existence. Good on you. Alright then. You offered a morsel, then served us the full course. You must have really wanted someone to hear your story. If you like, I could try to give you a few words of advice. Then you have experience with my predicament of feeling terribly inadequate compared to your undeniably superior peers. Well, when you put it that way, I Ha ha ha. Not me, I'm Wook Lamont, third promise of Tulliola. Bow before me, daughter of the Dawn Servant. Of course, you're a member of the royal family. Please forgive my presumptuous. But what of you? Have you ever measured your work against that of your colleagues and found yourself wanting? Nope, I'm the best. You can't measure your worth by the success of others. On occasion, let's just say you can't measure your worth. Let's try that. Oops, missed that one. Looking back, 'twas my father who inspired me to take up the trade. His exquisite creations brought radiant smiles to the faces of his clients, and I admired him deeply for it. But in the course of striving to be as great a goldsmith as him, I lost sight of my original motivation. I bet you I'm a better goldsmith. All I ever wanted was to spread joy through my craft, as he did. Why are we helping this dude? Perhaps I will give this one last try. Thank you both for reminding me of what is truly important. What is truly important? Well, I guess that right. Give me 1 second. So I'm not sitting in the dark. Well, it feels bright in here now. Okay. Sorry, Tommy, I didn't mean to ignore you. But yes, I'm glad to see Fonjintain is giving himself another chance. Mezcal, marinated swamp monk. Sounds delicious. Now we've got to see how he's going on. I can't help but wonder if Fonjintain will follow through. Let's see if he's actually gone to talk with Ropley. Let's see. Let's take a shortcut. Oh, I can't get up there. Sprint. A marinated ladybug. A level 100 machinist. Privacy restrictions on the plate. Interesting. There. Well, he's over here, so I guess he's talking to him. 'Twas kind of you to come, but you needn't worry. I found my courage. Found it. Pray accept my apologies for my earlier behavior. My name is Fonjintain, and I am a goldsmith from Uldar in faraway Eorzea. I realize this is a bold request, but I should like to continue practicing my trade here in that place. If you will have me, I ask only for the opportunity to bring happiness to others with my creations. So that's what it was about. You were looking for work. Consider yourself hired. That place is always in need of skilled craftsmen and women. I'll handle the necessary paperwork. Can you start tomorrow? Yes, of course. I must thank you both again for your sage and timely advice. I don't know that I was all that helpful, but you were. Had you not come to speak with me, I would not have had that moment of much needed self-reflection. Phone call, phone call. The arrangements have been made. Come and meet me at the entrance of High Tide Harbour. Oh, I almost forgot. Do you have my axe ready, Ropley? Ready and waiting. Behold the sublime touch of a Wacham Kimki artisan. Wacham Kimki. Oh, it's as sharp and deadly as the first day I held it. Thank you. Well, good luck to you, Fonjintain. Let me know if that doubt creeps back in. I'd be happy to talk you out of it. Good to know. As for us, we should head for the harbour. Wouldn't want to keep Erenville waiting. Okay. Excuse me. Alright, Erenville, what do you got? Look there, that is my big plan. What is that? What is that? It's a punity. Should be pulling our boat upriver. How do we know she won't thrash about and sink us instead? They're gentle and timid creatures, for the most part. She's unlikely to cause a fuss unless you give her reason to. First alpacas, now punities. We're relying on a lot of animals for this journey. But did it have to be my old nemesis? Another boat. Well, I took you for someone who was up to the challenge. Was I wrong? Long ago, when fighting still raged between the clans, the inhabitants of Kozamahuka rode these riverboats to move swiftly through hostile territory. But the vessels see little use with Tural now at peace, so I was able to borrow one of the few which remain. I did consider a dirigible, but the pilots warned me that the updrafts near the falls would make landing difficult. You said you borrowed one, yet there appear to be several on the water. Koana. This dude's sketchy. Lamati, traveling up the river, I presume. Seems that way. Does this mean you've earned 2 keystones already? I can't believe how well you've managed despite undertaking the contest alone. I was never alone. I've had my own entourage with me since the beginning. Who? Oh, my friends. It's been, well, not that long. What? Thancred, Urianger. What are you doing here? Escorting a promise, the same as you. I've heard much of the incomparable Archons during my time at the Stadium. As soon as the contest was confirmed, I thought who better to recruit to my cause. I contacted the Scholarch, who arranged introduction to these two gentlemen. You're supposed to be on my team, goddammit. The second promise had specific requirements. They who would be his assistants must boast both proven survival skills and mastery of the arcane arts. Thus did Thancred and I receive the summons. My own studies concentrated on technology which our people could readily use, such as inventions born of magic or clever engineering. Where magic was concerned, I covered only the foundation. Knowing you two, I expect you had other reasons for accepting the job. A few. The nation of Tulliola spans an entire continent. Depending on who wins the throne, the world may be plunged into instability once more. Ever have we striven to preserve peace? Where is our place, if not here and now? We did our due diligence, of course, and made sure of who we were working with before agreeing to this endeavour. He's even more opaque than Urianger. Man, why are words so hard? That's quite enough of that. We must be on our way. As you wish. I have one question before you leave. Coena and Lukulamat are vying for the throne. As Coena's entourage, does that mean you're resolved to defeat all his opponents, including us? We're sworn to do all in our power to win this contest for Coena, even if it means competing against our own comrades. We intend to hold nothing back and expect you to do the same. And we won't disappoint you. They got me on the team, bitch. I thought you were taking a boat. If even you have been forced to travel on water, then the others will be doing the same. I would rather walk than risk confrontation on a leaky barge with no possibility of retreat. It's true that I can't stand boats, but I trust the route Erenville has chosen for us. Uh-oh, it's all on you, mate. It's all on you. Leave the handing of the punity to me. Should other wildlife attack us, however, I may have difficulty keeping her under control. Do your best to draw them away as far from the front of the boat as possible. Then we shall remain on deck and stay on guard, although it may be wise to have at least one of us sit up front with Erenville, just in case. I'd like to stay on the deck. I'm eager to put my pictomancy to the proof, and I'll take my chance to show you that I can hold my own on the battlefield. Go paint us a picture, Cryle. Then Cryle will stand on guard with Tommy. I'll keep Erenville company then. With my blade, I can respond more quickly to threats than Alphanol. Thank you. If a fight breaks out, I'll try to stay out of your way. Then I shall endeavour to provide aid where it is needed. I can do that as well. That should cover most eventualities. Secure your gear and board the boat when you're ready. Yeah, he. Let the hunt begin. This guy. Alright. This is my first duty. Enter Hayakatamu. Oh, that's gonna, I hope that doesn't take too long. Here we go. First Dawntrail dungeon. Fighting on a boat, are we? I'm ready. What are we doing? Oh, hello. Die. Not too bad. A little bit of AoE. What we got? We'll arrive at the Punity Pool. It's that guy. He's got something for us. Rhinoceroses. Easy. Faster. They crippled our boat. Is this where we're going? This way. Alright. I'm ready. Alright, we're moving. What the hell? It's like a fish out of water. Prime Punity. Where did I lose life from? Everywhere. What's the song gonna do? Oh, ads. Do I find them? Oh. Okay, I see. Almost dead. Yeah. What do we got to loot? Grade that, and I'll grade that. A Widowmaker. Misclick. Automatic. What else we got now? Great. We're gonna arrive at Drowsy's Grotto. Oh, hello. Oh. I just got crushed, man. What the hell, eh? Healed myself for no reason. do it. Greed everything. Greed or need. What have we got? The drowsy. Killing him. Invigorates the roots. What does that mean? Oh, looks like I'll go this side. This side. $37,000 damage. There we go. All in a day's work. Not gonna get anything, am I? I'm gonna ride a breath catch so I can catch my breath. Oh, I got something. Yay. Standing too far away. Come on, come on. of it. Shoot through them. We got aiming and a star globe. The apex predator. Nasty. Okay. Final battle. Too hard, can it? Wild beasts. Can't help the predator. Oh, I see. Damn it. Bloody hell. As long as I don't die. Follow where they are. What's going on? Claws. Damn it. Where do I go? Still. I got there. Of course I bloody car, Ha 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 ha. First Dawntrail dungeon complete. Who should I give that to? Let's give it to the Dark Knight. And I'll grade that. And I'll grade that. What if I just examining? It's from a different one. Okay. I received a commendation. Good stuff.
This is as far as we can go on foot, it seems. We'll have to head back and see about fixing the boat.
Hey! Everyone all right?
Job well done, I'd say. I was worried we might not catch up to you. Those caverns you traversed were dug by the Yokoi in their search for gold. Remnants of their excavations can be found throughout this region. While I appreciate the lesson, O wise guide, are we landing this boat anytime soon? So you don't throw up. Our river journey is almost over. For proof of that, you need only look ahead. Oh, waterfalls. The falls were impressive enough from a distance, but it's almost too much now. Amazing. Now please let me off. No. No more boats. Are you... Oh, you're not alright. I should be surprised if she was. Even without the nausea, we're all spent. There is a mountain shelter nearby, a resting spot for those who have ascended the stairs. I suggest we make use of it. That would be a welcome respite. Have you the strength for a short walk, Wukalamat? We can rest along the way too. Damn it all. A promise is meant to lead from the front, not mule, and moan like a sick kitten. 'Tis true. Wukalamat. Ignore me, it's the nausea talking. I'm fine, really. Lead on. I'll follow. Very well, but if I might say one thing. Just because you're a promise or a claimant for the throne doesn't mean you can't be seen to struggle. You needn't bear this burden alone, so please don't hesitate to talk to us. We're always willing to lend an ear. But, Kryle, Oh. What will I say? Everyone's allowed to be weak sometimes. Leaning on others is a skill all leaders require. That is true. What? You as well, Tommy? Not me. I'm invincible. I've always believed this is my problem alone, but perhaps you have the right of it. Everyone's nodding. Alright, I'll talk about things. Just give me a moment to collect my thoughts. Of course, as long as you need. We'll be waiting at the shelter when you're ready. I'm ready now. I've long felt that I could never tell anyone when I was confused or hurting, that admitting to weakness would bring shame to Papa's name. But if you say you're willing to listen, then there are things I'd like to talk about. Come on, let's catch up to the others. Oh, I'm all the way over here. Hold on, I need to... Alright, I'll walk to this aetheryte crystal. Walk. Huh. Ride. Still so slow. Don't attack me, Tigu. Of course. Demolish you. Oh. Let's do the crystal. Okay. What you got for us, Alphino? We should stop here for the night. I understand the desire to rush ahead, but we need to recuperate from our punishing river adventure. Then let's settle in. We'll need a cook fire, and there's meal preparation to be done.
I've been meaning to ask, but how does one become the adopted child of the Dawn Servant?
I was but a ball of fuzz at the time, so I don't remember much.
Oh.
All I know is that I was born in Ikbrash, a village in Yaktel. But I've never bothered to return there. As far as I'm concerned, Ulul Jaja is my only parent.
I quite understand. I have no memories of my birth parents either. For a while, I wanted to learn who they were. But over time, that curiosity waned. Galuf was my dear grandfather, and he was all I needed.
so our situations were quite similar. Even though Papa already had a trueborn son, he raised me and Kona with no less love. One time, I'd wandered off alone into the forest and gotten lost. Before I became a meal for some beast, Papa dropped everything and came to my rescue. I was scared and sobbing and ready for a scolding, but the head of resolve praised me for surviving the ordeal. I did get my lecture from the head of reason, though. He went on and on about the dangers of the jungle and all the horrible ways I could have died. Growing up, Papa was kind and patient, but a tyrant when it came to training. Now, of course, I realize he was preparing me for my duties as a promise. For all the good it did. There's so much I failed to learn about my own country. Whether it's alpacas or Ihihana, I hardly know anything. I've lived such a sheltered life, yet convinced myself I understood Tural and its people. I don't have Kona's education, or Zoralja's strength. I'm all bluff and bravado, not fit to bear my title.
Poor, sad Wukalamat. You can't measure your worth by the success of others. Why do you want the throne? Good question.
Why? Because my father built a nation where everyone can live in peace, and I want to keep it that way. I think I see what you're saying. My reasons for joining the contest have nothing to do with my brothers. It's always been about the Turali and what I can do for them.
You said it yourself. How important it is to properly know something. To hear the voices of others, empathize with how they feel, and think how best to serve. In so doing, you'll come ever closer to being the person you wish to be.
I'm sorry, everyone. I've been a fool. From this moment on, I'll stop trying to be the promise I'm not. I won't feign strength to hide my weaknesses. Step by step, I'll learn all there is to know and love about Tulihyolal and my fellow Turali. It might not be the smoothest path, but it'll be a path of my own making. I will find the City of Gold for all of us, along with the answers you seek about your grandfather, Kryl. I swear.
I appreciate it, Wukalamat. But you needn't take on that burden as well. Galuf Baldessian dedicated his life to protecting people from all manner of threats. As his granddaughter, I wouldn't wish to endanger others for the sake of a personal investigation. So let's just concentrate on winning the contest. We have a shared goal, and, if at all possible, I'd rather we enjoy the journey.
Hear, hear. We are companions on the same road, bound for the same destination. With our combined talents, nothing will stop us from reaching the Golden City.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
Happy days. Meanwhile, in the second promises camp, the second promise. Koana.
Thank you. Thank you all. I am proud to call you my friends.
They seem to be enjoying themselves.
Oops.
Nay, there is no need for that. But what of you two? Wuklamat's allies are your comrades. It must feel strange to be rivals.
Helping you has made us rivals, aye. But we're not about to break into fisticuffs over it. Unless, of course, it is a matter of winning or losing the contest. Then I'll have no qualms about putting Alize on her rear.
Oh, is that right, Thancred?
Despite our long history, never have I been given the chance to test myself against our companions. The thought stirreth within me a most unexpected sense of competition.
Lamachi has surrounded herself with distinguished figures indeed. One of the Studium's finest graduates, the head of the students of Bardessian. And then, there's Eorzea's vaunted champion. If he's half the hero you say, then the odds are stacked against us. Not that I've any intention of bowing out. Our time in Urkelpacha only served to strengthen my resolve. We saw how a single storm cut off the alpaca roots and threw my people's lives into disarray.
Name.
Such uncertainties are why I advocate for the adoption of Sharlayan innovations, that Tuli Yolal might know greater stability and prosperity. Our nation can change for the better, and I will be the man to change it.
Well, it's a start. I imagine your experiences on this journey, all the things you'll hear and feel and think, will help you refine that approach. But to return to the subject of the rite, I'm a touch concerned by the condition for victory. The claimant who breaks the seal becomes Dawnservant, not the one who performed the 7 feats first.
The would-be victor need only possess the 7 keystones.
That is correct. As the contest wears on, we must brace ourselves for greater conflict.
Now, with the first promise, Mr. Bad Guy himself.
Your rivals still lag behind. The second and third promise may have recruited competent lackeys, but none compared to you.
Oh no, it's not the bad guy. It's just the
How can they hope to compete
strong
with the
guy.
resilient son? The only child ever sired by a two-head. Only the ignorant or foolish could fail to see that you were born to be Dawnservant.
Such titles mean nothing.
I neglected to mention, when I first heard the rumors that the contest involved the Golden City, I spoke in confidence with Gulul Jaja's inner circle. They all agreed on one thing. Whoever reaches the City of Gold will attain a power so great
It can dictate the course of history.
Goodness me.
If this power truly exists, then I humbly beg a fair share of it.
What?
Time is passing, and I would put my plans in motion without delay. The useless tool is cast aside after all. And just so there is no misunderstanding, you consent to this course, no matter who is made to suffer.
It's being manipulated.
In battle, everyone bleeds. The Dawn's promise is no exception. What better lesson to teach our people the folly of war?
Earlier with Bakul Jar Jar.
I was hoping for a good scrap, but this bloated sack of bile was no challenge at all. I wonder if the house cat is dead yet. Be a shame to lose a plaything, but we'd still have 2 more.
If I may ask, Chosen One, what are your plans for Tuliyollal after you take the throne?
Plans? What makes you think we care about all that? We care only about the contest and proving our superiority. That would surely please Mother and Father. Yes, and when we become Dawn's servant, we'll drive out the weakling masses and invite our kin to live in the city. Fine idea! Our family deserves better than that rotten jungle. But do it then. We must catch up to that one-headed pretender and remind him of the natural order.
I made it.
I thought we were missing someone. Where have you been?
Oh, I feared I was done for when I fell from the boat. Yet somehow I made it. Oh, my arms, I can barely lift them. If I could just rest a moment.
You expect us to wait for you? Those who can't keep up will be left behind. My brother has spoken. March, or be fodder for the beasts.
So cruel.
But I followed the teachings. Everything I've done, everything I've sacrificed, all has been for the blessed seedlings. Wait. Don't leave me behind! I'm begging you!
Excuse me. Okay. Oh. Being able to say those things has brought me such relief. It's like a stone has been lifted off my chest and I can take a full breath at last. I don't want to encumber myself like that again. I want to be better. Will be better. For myself and for my people. Completed. Oh, achievement unlocked. A promise for the people. Oh, I get a weapon coffer. Item level 655. The Moblin settlement of Earthenshire is not far from here, but be warned, the road we'll be taking is a favoured hunting ground for bandits. With the stairs currently impassable, there'll be fewer travellers, meaning the brigands will be desperate for victims to ambush. Although considering present company, I suppose my concern is unwarranted. Bandits on the road, what have Zoraljar and the Lions Guard been doing? Seems it's up to me to restore order to the area. And off she goes again, For now, we'll head west and aim for the bank of the second river. Alrighty. That way. I might just finish this little quest over here for the ether current, so I can travel a little bit faster. Waiting. Yeah, I don't care. This way. Sorry if you want to see that, guys. Not today. Just right, got him. Right, back to here. All right. Keep your eyes peeled for ether currents. Looks good. Why do we stop here? Well, where are these bandits? Exactly. Apparently they're not foolish enough to attack a party of this size. Earthenshire is just a little farther ahead, on the opposite bank of Miyakabek-Zoma. But let's remain vigilant all the same. Yes. Ooh, ether current. You can't hide from me. Okay. What have we got now? 4 there, 4 there. Evened up. Let's try a different mount. What do we want? Hmm. $45 mounts to choose from. A big one. Let's try the dragon. Midgar-sama. Something a bit different. Suits the dragoon, don't you think? I could have a look. Oh, I can't do it while I'm mounted, I guess. Earthenshire. Here we are. Nothing there. Alright. What you got for me, Aaronville? This is it. The village where the Lay of Pots from Tuliyola saga took place. Earthenshire, Idleshire, might the similarity be a cultural inclination? I wonder. It's the Shire. The settlements themselves couldn't be more different though. This Shire appears custom built to resemble pots, while the other is a repurposed town. It's true. An elderly Moblin woman. Welcome to Earthenshire. Do I have the pleasure of happy greeting the third promise and her retinue? That's us. We're looking for the Dawn Servant's Elector, if you happen to know who that is. You are exchanging tongue flaps with her right now. Tongue flaps? I don't know if that's very appropriate. Redrock is the Elector you seek. Oh, that's helpful. We can cut straight to performing the feat. As much as Redrock would like to do just that, we have a much more pressing worry. The storm which hit our village shattered the cliffs and dropped rocks on our brain cases. Many help hands for the post-worn were injured. This is no time for feats or metal tests. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. After learning what the storm did to the stairs, I feared you'd been caught up in its path. Ah, not to change the subject, but what are the potsworn? Goldsmiths contracted to work for the Moblins. The word comes from the pot-like workshops, where they practice their craft. The Moblins provide these potsworn with tools, materials, living quarters, everything the artisans could possibly need. This allows them to concentrate on producing what is widely known as the finest gold and metalwork in Toral. This is unacceptable. I was promised no distractions. You're unacceptable. If this is the best they can offer, I should have never left that place. She angry. You see, the potsworn desert us. Without enough healthy help hands, we are failing to uphold our side of the pot pact. Should all our potsworn leave, Earthenshire will grind to a halt. We have to do something, and do it soon. Don't let us stand in for the injured helpers. It will give me the chance to learn more about your people and your village. And if it brings us closer to beginning the feat, then all the better. This isn't strictly part of the contest, so don't feel obliged or obligated to join in. Take a rest while you can. I could definitely use a nap. What Tommy means to say is we'll all help. I didn't mean that at all. I doubt any of us could just sit around and watch. I can. I was hoping you'd feel that way. I actually wasn't sure I could do this on my own. We'll take every help hand we can get. Redrock truth swears that once the potsworn have their perfect workshops again, we will commence the feat with all haste. You and the third promise can assist help hand Rakarok. You other four, follow Redrock. There are other help hands in need of hand lending. I really appreciate you pitching in. I meant what I said at many fires. There'll be no more feigning strength, no more playing at being an invincible promise. If there's one thing I've learned on this journey, it's how practiced you are at aiding those in need. And I mean to make the most of having such an incredible mentor at my side. Now let's find this Rakarok fellow and see what we can do for him. Let's find him. Let's attune to this crystal. Let's see what the local merchant is selling here. Weapons, all 655. Let's have a look at that. That looks absolutely horrendous. Yeah. What about the gear? Oh, those look cool. Whoop. Not too bad. I like to see this one. Display my gear on top. I like that. Yeah. Items. Okay. I didn't even look at the stuff I picked up. Necklace. Compare that. Mine is better. Okay. Rakarok can't meet his obligations without more help hands. The pot pact is broken and the pots are emptying. Oh. You've come to aid Rakarok. Rakarok accepts your hand lending with joyous feel smiles. If we can offer the Potsworn their promised good living, we might save the day yet. Whatever you need. That is a weapon coffer, item level 655. And mine is 660, so I will not open that just yet. And that one's going to be 655 too, of course it is. What Rakarok needs is for new help hands to create good living for Potsworn Kahi. Kahi? The help hand assigned to Kahi was hurt during the rock rain, so Rakarok took over, but he knows nothing of Kahi. What does Kahi want? What does Kahi need? Help hands do not bother the Potsworn with street tasks. Our job is to observe and anticipate, to prepare things with guess think. Please, guess think with Rakarok. Find out what Kahi is lacking so we can provide it. You can count on us. I feel like I'm speaking a different language. We have a triple triad over here. Let's just see if we can knock this one out. Rules plus an ascension. I think I got it. Let's go. Alright. I don't know if this is the best move, but I do it every time I go first. +1, so it's a 7. I can flip that. And I can flip that one. This is all too easy. Hey. You can't do that to me. Same. Alright. Easy as that. Where are we off to? Look. Where are we off to? Where is Kahi works? Where this Kahi works, is it? Let's take a peek inside then. That must be Kahi. It'd be a lot quicker if we could just talk to him. But that's not the way they do things around here, apparently. We'll have to leave him be and try our hand at some guess think. Inspect the workshop. Okay. What am I looking for? That looks delicious. He's barely touched this meal. The dish is meant to be eaten hot or it loses its savor. Sure, nothing up there. What's over here? Crafting materials? Is that gold? Well, he has no shortage of crafting materials. There must be something else he's missing. Look at him himself. He must be boiling sitting so close to the furnace, and there's no airflow to speak of. How could anyone work in that stifling heat? And the tool. Is it broken? Worn down. Maybe he needs a new one. I'd say it definitely needs a new one. Alright, after taking a good look, I think I have an idea of what things Kahi might want to improve his working conditions. Let's head back outside and talk to Raka Rock. Raka Rock. Kah. You made your observations. What did you guess think? First off, I noticed Kahi hasn't touched his food, and an empty belly can't be good for his concentration. Maybe the cooking isn't to his liking. But our food is very mouth-pleasing. Why wouldn't he want to eat it? Sure of nothing when it comes to Kahi's tastes. I can help you with that. My brother, Koana, is also Hetsaro. And while everyone has their personal preferences, there are some they tend to share. Like an aversion to piping hot dishes. If it was brought to him like that, Kahi probably wouldn't have been able to eat until it cooled down, and by the time he came back to it, he might have found it cold and unappetizing. The simplest solution is to serve dishes that taste good, no matter the temperature. Raka Rock never would have thought of that. Would the third promise mind explaining these things to our cook? Not at all. But I don't think that was the only reason Kahi couldn't concentrate. The Hetsaro homeland is hot and dry, but even Kahi seemed to be suffering in front of that furnace. Is there any way you could cool down the workshop? We could try a drafty shard. They make a lovely breeze. Do you know where we can get one of those? You can gather them from the shoals of no return. There are many old boats there, abandoned by those who gave up on their search for the Golden City. So we salvage them from the wrecks. Could you handle that for us, Tommy? Yeah. Oh, and one more thing. From what I could tell, Kahi's files and saws and things were very worn down. Maybe a new set of tools is in order. Rakarok was too preoccupied with stocking materials, a serious oversight which he will rectify. Supplying good tools for good living is a help hand's responsibility. Then we all have to have work to do. We can meet back here when our tasks are done. The shoals of no return are past the crags. Through a tunnel southeast of here, you should be able to spot the passage from just outside the village. Okay. Only there. Ferry docks. Alright. It's a vantage point. You're Tommy, aren't you? What brings you out here? Doing some surveying. The issue with caring for the potsworn. When they approached me with that same problem, I suggested they commission artisans in Charlian instead. The quality of craftsmanship would be guaranteed, after all. However, the Moblins did not care for the idea. Surely it would be more effective to engage a uniformly trained collective. I cannot understand their fixation on individual contracts. Perhaps the custom will make more sense once we begin the feat of pots. Until then, we've been deemed unfit to assist in the matter of help hands, and are instead tasked with tending the injured. We're on our way back from procuring herbs for Orianga. Settlements in Kozomaruka have been isolated by the storm's destruction. What would have become of the wounded had we not found a way here? Should I become Dawn Servant? One of my first acts will be to establish reliable trade routes to the capital, when I imagine how much good we can achieve with Charlian technology. My apologies, I have much to consider. If you'll excuse us. We will meet again soon, I'm sure. Take care, Tommy. He's still looking. Oh, I spot a tunnel opening. That's where I need to go. That's where I need to go. In that direction. Let's mount up. Don't attack me, jungle iguanas. $360. Nothing immediately over there. Wait, is that one of my hunts? Let me just have a quick look. Yes, it is. Let's get him. All in a day's work. I only have to do one of them. Nice. Alright. Back on topic. It's gonna take forever. Oh, ether current. Right next to where I need to go. I'm going to search for the drafty shard. fiery orange crystal. Surely not the first one I pick. No, it does not appear. I reckon it's going to be pale blue. Oh. Oops. That is not the one I seek. I'm totally lost. Because it has to be the bright green one. Yes. Teleport. Ah. All right. Is that a cool breeze? Rock Fields? It sure is. Oh. We're meeting back. Yes, thank you for seek finding a drafty shard. Rakarok will add it to the new set of tools he brought. And I come bearing good food tidings. The cook has prepared a feast fit for the most discerning Hetsaro, and it's on its way even as we speak. Let's go in and see what Kahi thinks of our efforts. What does he think? He looks happy. I was wondering what occasion called for me to receive so many visitors. A fine meal, new tools, and a welcome source of cool air. Now I remember why I signed a pot pact. I am grateful for your kind considerations. Allow me a moment or two, and I'll reciprocate with a piece worthy of a potsworn. You better. Don't make me waste my time. Crafting. What is that? An oil lamp to brighten the halls of Volok Shunsar. The craftsmanship satisfies Earthenshire's reputation for quality, I trust. Such luster, such brilliance, truly a gift fit for the Dawn Servant. I'm glad you like it. Considering the time I've wasted till now, I hope to continue crafting at this improved pace. I have a contract to fulfill after all. Forgive my interruption. Lamati. I'm told the Elector has deemed the crisis past and is prepared to take us with the feet. That's great news. Thank you for letting me know. So this is the craft of a potsworn. It is indeed a masterful piece. Thank you for your words of praise. Second promise. I drew inspiration from Kozamaku's natural beauty and sought to capture it in my work. Good job. I wondered why the Moblins did not simply build a workshop in the city, and now I have my answer. Even Charlian goldsmiths could not easily replicate such exquisite artistry. One cannot create great things if one lacks creative impetus. Tulliola, unfortunately, does not want for inspiration. Anyone wishing to learn the basics of craft would do well to study it here. I was raised among Hetsaro, more traditionally than most, and the shared ingenuity of Tyrell's various peoples was eye-opening. You lived as a traditional Hetsaro. I have few fond memories of nomadic life. Okay. Oh. Rakarok is very grateful to you. I thank you for both your hard work and clever guessing. When it comes to help-handing, knowing the Potsworn really is important. Well, that's true for pretty much everyone you meet. It's a lesson I've had drummed into me several times already on this journey. Completed. Yeah. And the next one. The Elector bids the claimants assemble in a large building on the west side of the village. I will head over after finding Thancred and Urianger. I also ran into the Levelia twins on the way here. I took the liberty of directing them to the venue. We're rivals. It's not his job to make sure I know the feat is starting, but even now he's conscientious to a fault. Anyway, let's not keep Ready Rock waiting. Okay. Ready Rock thanks you for assisting Helphand Rakarok. She'll announce the feat once the other claimants arrive, so please be patient a little while longer. I've been very patient. I'm happy to report that we were able to convince one of the Potsworn to stay. How did you fare? So you managed to do the same? Splendid. Oh. This guy. Welcome to Earthenshire, First Promise. We support your plans for salt crossings and the new Potsworn they will bring. Hail the mighty Zaruljar. He cleared many piles of rock for as if they were pebblestones. The resilient son for Dawn Servant. These, I love him. He was clearing fallen rocks. I'm surprised he would volunteer his time for anything unrelated to the contest. Ah, but it is related. Well, well, we meet again. Oh, it's a two-headed monster. Just in time for the feat to begin. I'll bet he was already here, laying low while the rest of us did all the work. Claimants, your attention please. As Red Rock has explained, many of our Potsworn left us following the storm. The precious metalwork crafted by those artisans bring in much jingle shine from across the salt. Should our stream of trade goods dry up, Earthenshire will suffer. Tulliola merchants will suffer. So, Ready Rock sets you this feat. Each of you are to find one clever hand, goldsmith, to bring back here to us. So we're to recruit new Potsworn? Makes sense for the feat of pots. Just so happens I know a goldsmith. Calling this a feat does not justify taking advantage of the claimants and their influence. How does finding workers for you demonstrate their worthiness for the throne? You are free to refuse Relirock's request. She'll be happy to inform the Dawn Servant of Zarul Jar's disqualification. The right is a means to an end. The steps we take to get there are not important. Say what? Then Relirock declares the feat of pots begun. But remember, a pot pact must be agreed to willingly. No grab snatching or deceitful tongue flaps. You heard it. No deceitful tongue flaps, please. The Elector said nothing of taking a willing artisan from a rival. Uh-oh. Which is exactly what we should do. You lazy piece of shit. A fine suggestion, brother. I'm glad you think so, brother. Come, let us lay our plans. Yeah. Just let me fight you. That nasty brute is up to something. He may seek to delay us again, as he did on the river. We can but remain vigilant while we plot our course. What do you think, Wooklamut? Have you any candidates in mind to satisfy this feat? I know some artisans amongst my supporters, but they're all in their twilight years. I couldn't ask them to give up the comforts of Tulliola to live in this remote village, no matter how beautiful the scenery. Meanwhile, Koena probably has 100 young craftspeople to choose from. Not that I'm comparing us, you understand. That's just a statement of fact. I suppose we could try asking around that place. That seems a logical place to start. Back to Tulliola. It is. Wait, does that mean we have to take the boat again? I'll just teleport, mate. No, I can't do it. I can't stomach another boat ride. You said I should share my burdens, so I will speak plainly. The truth is, I get really sick on boats. We knew that, I think. Crazy. Wooklamut, this is hardly news. But it was brave of you to admit. In any case, we won't be fighting the current this time. Heading downriver will be much smoother. It will? Are you sure? He says with tears in his eyes. I'm positive, mostly. Is that the boat ride done? I need a moment. Upriver or downriver? Ihai Katumu is too rough for me. The nausea is a bit more bearable now that I've stopped trying to hide it, but I'd still rather not set foot on a boat, if I can help it. Alright, I think I'm ready. Let's see if Master Rockley can help us recruit a pot swan. Come on, it's a goldsmith, right? We just spoke to one earlier. can't remember what his name was, but Ropley will tell me. Greetings, Third Promise. What brings you back to that place? You've not chipped your axe again, have you? No, Master Ropley. Actually, I have a favor to ask. What is that favor? So what do you think? Do you know of any craftsmen who might be interested? Filching my artisans for the moblins, eh? Well, seeing as it's the Third Promise making the request, I'm willing to look the other way if one of them decides to take you up on the offer. Only I can't think of a suitable candidate off the top of my head. Who do I know what a master of goldsmithing that would also have no qualms about relocating to Earthenshire? That Eorzean goldsmith. What about him? Yeah, that's right. You mean Fonjintain? Fonjintain? He did say he was employed at some fancy jewellery store across the salt. And considering the distance he's already come, I'd like to think he wouldn't mind moving a little up the river. That said, he's only just got himself a new job. Is it too soon to ask him to sign a pot pact? There's no harm in making the offer. Once he hears how well the Potsworn are treated, he may even jump at the chance. Either way, he won't find Fonjintain at his workbench at this hour. He's finished for the day, probably enjoying a meal over at X. Then maybe we should go and talk to him, just you and me, since he knows us. Wouldn't want him to feel intimidated by having to deal with a crowd of new faces. The two of us can handle this. Take a rest to the cabins if you like. Ugh. Right, let's go and see a man about a pot. Not a dog, a pot. All the way back this way. Okay. There's some people around here. Do I have any mail? No new letters. Here he is. Oh, Tommy, you're here too. The Third Promise said she wanted to chat. I've just finished eating, so shall we find a quiet spot outside? We shall. The last time we talked on this beach, you were in a miserable state. Ah, yes, I was, wasn't I? I lost soul until the two of you came along and helped me rediscover my purpose. My new place of employment has been most welcoming, and for the first time in a long time, I feel content with my lot in life. That's wonderful. So, what is it you wish to discuss? Well, it's hard to ask this right after you've settled in, but I'm looking for someone to become a Potsworn. I've heard my new colleagues mention this term. That's when an artisan signs a contract to work for the Moblins, isn't it? But you're not a Moblin. I'm not sure I understand. It's for a feat in the right of succession. I need to bring a new Potsworn to Earthenshire. So that is the way of it. We've barely met, and after pushing you to work at that place, I'm now demanding you throw that away and sign a pot pact instead. It's a selfish request, I know. I have something to tell you, Third Promise. The other day, I completed the necessary procedures for immigration. I'm pleased to say I am now an official subject of Tuliyola. I've since endeavored to learn what I can of my new nation, beginning with the right of succession and its claimants, including you, of course. Now, will you recall it was my father's example which led me to pursue goldsmithing? He was at East End when Gallian forces laid siege to the settlement, and in the ensuing chaos, he was slain. War took him from me in an instant. The man I loved and admired. I never wish to suffer such a loss again. And so, as much as I'm indebted to you for turning my life around, it is a fellow peace-loving Tuliolan that I want you to win the throne. If I can help you achieve that by signing a pot pact, then I shall gladly do so. Fonjintain, thank you. I shall return to Master Broccoli and inform him of my decision. Allow me, I'm the reason you're leaving, so I shall be the one to deliver the news. You do that. Perhaps you remember me, Brook Evu, owner of the tavern. I'd like a word, if you don't mind. You're Woklamat's ally from across the salt, right? And a hero of some renown too. If the gossip's to be believed. Well, as it so happens, I could use some heroic help. It doesn't need to be right now, but could you come by when you have a spare moment? Much appreciated. I'll be waiting for you at my shop then. Alrighty. Access to role quests. Is that the society role quests? That's yeah, that's him. Okay. I will come back to that. Okay, what you got? Master Broccoli, I'm sorry I have to tell you this, but little duck nose. Fontaine has agreed to sign the pot pact, yes? Well, it is a shame to lose a capable goldsmith. To have one of our own handpicked to serve the Third Promise is a great honor. I appreciate your understanding. Of course, if you happen to know other talented artisans, regardless of their expertise, I hope you send them my way. It could even be yourself, if you're so inclined. I'll keep that in mind. Though my time here was brief, I will not forget your kindness, Master Broccoli. I am blessed to have these workshops be my first home in Tuliola. Come back to us if the Moblins cut you loose. You'll always have a job at that place. I expect you'll want to leave for Earthenshire as soon as possible. I'll go and pack my things. Oh, getting a phone call. What became of Fonjintain? Were you able to find him? We did, and he's agreed to become a potswan. We'll leave when he's ready, but you still have a little time. Splendid. We shall meet you anon. I had plenty of reasons to win the contests, but now I have one more. Fonjintain's putting his faith in me, and I won't let him down. Quest complete. You may now unlock deliveries. Oh, I see, I see. Custom deliveries. Okay. Needs to pay a visit to the palace. While you can pass the time however you like, I suggest you head back to the cabins. After all, even heroes need to rest, and we still have a big journey ahead of us. We do. Speak with Peshikwa. Peshikwa. Is this to unlock it? I'll just change to my fisher. Can do that later. Oops. We're all the way over there. Let's go to the fast travel. Let's check these guys first. They'll be done in an hour or so. And where we want to go, all the way over here. I might see, I might unlock that before we finish up for the day. He has an urgent job for a courageous soul. Tommy, I was wondering when you'd be along. Not a moment too soon either. I've got an urgent job that needs doing and there's no one else I'd trust with it. Of course, you'd be wanting to know the details. It's a long story, so why don't you grab a seat over there? I'll join you shortly. It's a long story. Where are you? There, okay. Alright, let's just put this stuff separate over here. Okay. Alright, I think we might leave it here. Alright. We can continue part 4 next week, or maybe a little bit earlier. We will see. I have limited time to play this game, so we'll get through it. Alright. I will see you in the next one. Thanks for watching.